Good afternoon. This is Susan, and this is Susan's Ramblings. Here are some recipes for the day. Home fried potatoes, 2 tablespoons of margarine, 3 medium potatoes thinly sliced, 1 onion halved and thinly sliced, 2 garlic cloves minced, 2 tablespoons of parsley dried, 1 tablespoon of rosemary dried, crushed. Remember, when you have any of these dried herbs, crush them in your hands before you put them in your recipe to bring out the oil. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper, optional, 1/8 teaspoon of black pepper. Melt the margarine, layer the potatoes, onions, spices. Cook in a covered over medium heat for 8 minutes. Uncover your potatoes. Cook for 8 to 10 minutes more or until potatoes are brown and tender. Stir frequently. Home fried potatoes. Prepared mustard. 2 teaspoons of dried mustard. 2 teaspoons of flour. 1 and 1/2 teaspoons of sugar. Mix your ingredients in a small bowl. Add boiling water gradually until you reach desired consistency. Store in the refrigerator. Use less than you would the prepared mustard you buy. It's stronger. Cottage cheese salad. I can get the paper straight here. 1 24-ounce carton of cottage cheese, large curd if possible. 1 carton of whipped topping. 1 15-ounce can of crushed pineapple, drained. 1 small box of pineapple jello, dry. 1 small box of orange jello, dry. Maraschino cherries cut in half, which are optional. Instead of using the 2 different jellos, you can use 1 large jello of each, of strawberry, of orange, of raspberry, or whichever is your favorite jello. Combine cottage cheese with topping and drained pineapple. Mix together. Add your dry jello. Stir until the jello are completely mixed into the cottage cheese mixture. Decorate the tops with maraschino cherries if desired. Cottage cheese salad. Next one is cranberry salad. I can get the paper off. 2 packages of raspberry gelatin. 2 cups of boiling water. 1 can of whole cranberry sauce. 1 13-ounce can of crushed pineapple. 1/2 cups of nuts. Dissolve your gelatin in boiling water. Fold in the pineapple, including the juice. Add your nuts. You have to add your cranberry sauce there somewhere. Chill until partially set. Pour into a mold and refrigerate until set. Impossible vegetable pie. 2 cups of chopped fresh broccoli or sliced cauliflower, or you can use 1 package of frozen broccoli. 1/2 onion chopped. 1/2 cup of green or red pepper, which is optional. 1 cup of cheese shredded. 1 and 1/2 cups of milk. 3/4 cups of biscuit mix. 3 eggs. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. It says use 1 package of frozen broccoli for fresh, but do not cook. Cook fresh broccoli until tender. Mix broccoli, onions, bell peppers, and cheese into a large greased pie pan or a 6x10 baking dish. Beat the remaining ingredients until smooth. Pour over the broccoli mixture. Bake 35 to 40 minutes at 350 degrees. Impossible vegetable pie. Glazed carrots. 1 tablespoon butter. 1 tablespoon brown sugar. 1 teaspoon of mustard. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1 15-ounce can of sliced carrots, drained. Combine your butter, brown sugar, and mustard and salt in a 12-inch skillet. Cook until well blended. Add your carrots. Fry until the carrots are heated and glazed. Glazed carrots. Cloud biscuits. 2 cups of flour. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 4 teaspoons of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. 1/4 cup of shortening, 1 egg, 2/3 cup of milk. Sift together the dry ingredients, cut in the shortening till it resembles coarse crumbs. Combine the eggs and the milk. Add to the flour mixture all at once. Stir until the dough follows the fork around the bowl. Turn out onto a lightly floured surface. Knead gently with the hand at the heel of your hand about 20 strokes. Roll the dough to 3/4 inch thickness. Cut straight down without twisting with a 2-inch biscuit cutter. Dipped in flour. Place on greased baking sheet. Bake at 450 degrees for 10 minutes or until lightly browned. For drop biscuits, increase the milk to 3/4 cup. Omit the kneading. Drop by a tablespoon onto a baking sheet and bake as above. Cloud biscuits. This is a different recipe. I'm assuming it's a wartime recipe or a depression recipe. Supper milk toast. Toast bread, butter well, sprinkle with sugar, place in a baking dish, cover with cream, and bake until bubbly. Simple enough. German pancakes. 1 cup of flour, 6 eggs, 1 cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of butter melted, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Place all ingredients in a blender and blend until well mixed. Pour into a greased 9 by 13 inch pan. Bake at 450 degrees for 20 minutes. Serve with melted butter and powdered sugar. German pancakes. Gloria's brownie mix. 1 cup of white sugar, 1/4 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Sift the ingredients. Place in an airtight jar. To use: 1 1/2 cups of butter melted and cooled, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and a jar of brownie mix. Melt your butter. Set aside to cool. Combine the eggs and the vanilla. Beat well. Add the jar ingredients to the egg mixture. Fold in gently. Pour the melted butter into the mixture. Stir just until incorporated. Spread batter into an 8 by 8 greased pan. Bake at 350 degrees for 20 to 22 minutes or until test done. Says, be sure eggs and vanilla are at room temperature. One final one. Bread pudding pie. 1 unbaked pie shell, 9 inches. 1 cup cubed bread. 2 large eggs, room temperature. 2 cups of milk. 3/4 cups of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. 2 teaspoons of butter. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Arrange the bread in the bottom of a pie crust. In a large bowl, combine the eggs, milk, sugar, and vanilla. Mix thoroughly. Pour over cubed bread. Dot with butter. Bake at 425 degrees for 10 minutes. Reduce heat to 350 degrees. Bake for an additional 45 to 50 minutes or until a knife inserted in the center of the pie comes out clean. Cool on a wire rack for 1 hour. Refrigerate at least 4 hours before serving. That's it for today. Have a great day and God bless.